Alrighty, so let's actually do the week 3 AI checkpoint at the beginning of week 4. And you've already been through my test. Hopefully, you now either know if you may have had an issue and how to handle it or know how to correctly submit it. And I'll talk about this in the attendance, but this will be your first thing. And it won't be worth 100 points, it'll be worth probably about 40 of your total attendance. Okay, so this is the way this would normally look, right? And here's some instruction, right? So get ready to test your skills. You're going to get 5 concept questions, 5 coding challenges for week 3. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you. That's your job. So just know you're going to be coding for a little bit. And the one thing about coding inside of this system, I try to limit them to one-liners, but sometimes it's a little more hard. But you can always do Shift Enter, I believe, to get to the next line. I should have actually had you do a little coding on the first one now that I think about it. Okay, so here's the do's. Commit to the sit, right? There's no save later. Once you start, you must complete. And remember what I said in the first one, we are tracking the whole time. So once you start a submission, get all the way to submit, get all the way to submit assignment. Because if I just see you going through and then not submitting, I do count that off a bit, right? So manage your time. There's a timer. I'll show you where to find that today. Use the right gear, laptop or desktop. No mobile phones or tablets, because what happens is on those devices, it'll actually refresh more often than you would realize and without you doing anything, and then you lose your session. Practice makes perfect, right? This checkpoint can be taken multiple times. I definitely recommend doing that. No Gen AI here. You can't actually copy and paste it, but you could obviously ask, how would I know? But remember, this is because this is practice for a technical interview, a real job interview. You won't have AI assistant to build your raw coding skills, muscle skills. Now, don't ghost an attempt, don't start it and then get out of it because it is still being tracked. Okay, so like I said before, we'll go ahead here, click on this. Now, this is going to look similar than it did last time. Okay. And in this case, it gives you a timer for how much is there. And then what you can do here is go ahead and click Start Assignment. Okay. And now you get the click 1, now Q1. So you can see here, there's a lot more questions. And then you get all the way through Q1, Q5, C1, C5. So concept questions, coding questions. So go ahead and click C1. Okay, so this is a concept question. So you're going to do your best here to answer the question. You can have a dialogue with AI. Generally, the way I look at these things is, after 3 attempts of you going back and forth, if you didn't, I count that one as wrong. So that's why taking it again can help you answer that. But I will only grade your last submission here. Now, what I'm going to do is, of course, what I don't recommend doing, which is just hit the next one. And this is the next. And I'm actually going to pause here because this is what you're going to be doing, and I'm going to get all the way to the end. Okay, so now at this point, I've gotten to the end, and this is where, when you get to the feedback step, then you'll get the button that changes to the submit assignment. You're going to want to definitely, right, because this is the point at which this, I'm looking at my render to realize I got to work on that, but hit the submit assignment is actually what submits it into Canvas. And if you get just a pop-up said, there'll be a little progress bar, you'll be good to go. Otherwise, what you're going to do here, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and try it and see what it does. For mine, I'm actually in as a test student, right? When I submit here, I think we're going to get a good submission. Yes, this shows a positive submission. So if for some reason you would then get the alternative text here, if that was the case. And then once you get this, you can just close the window out, come back into Canvas, go to your grades, and you can see that session right in grades. If you had to submit the ID, then I will somehow get that content into Canvas, but ultimately that's the way I will grade it. All right, so again, give this a try. This is seeing how well you were able to get the concepts in code from week 3.